Welcome everybody to the Mineski Pro Gaming League Season number 7 LAN Finals. It is United we stand going up against MVP HOT6 in this group stage. All best of ones pretty much here, and not too much room for error. Only 3 teams in every group. 2 teams advance to the playoffs, of course. But here we are, HeflaTV. We're covering it in English, of course. I'm gonna be Couchor, and joining me is gonna be mrpdota, man. How you feeling this? Well, early in the morning for me at least, and probably normal time for you.
Yeah, about 10:30 p.m. over here, so feeling peppy in my step. And we're looking forward to seeing HOT6 going up against United We Stand here. United We Stand don't have too much on them. Really been pretty impressed with MVP's underling squad as of recent. Of course, Heen and Forev coming over from MVP Phoenix before, so familiar with those two. Jarex, of course, played with Tinker as well. Started at for ASC way back when, but they were able to take a game off Malaysia in JDL playoffs the other day, so I've been pretty impressed with them. I think they're heavily favored coming into this one.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree with you there as well. Of course, maybe United We Stand have some just magical surprises in store for us. So far though, if you look at the draft, nothing really stands out for now. Undying, Night Stalker banned by United We Stand. Earthshaker and Viper maybe aren't as common as bans, at least not in the European scene, but I mean, I know Viper in general has been like more of a popular hero throughout the entire year I have been casting Dota in the Southeast Asian scene more than so in the Western scene.
Yeah, they do seem to favor it in the region. The meta recently is really heavily involved around team fighting and finding picks early. So, you know, the nerfs to creeps do kind of bring Viper back into favor because he's not necessarily an innate farming hero, and he is certainly a hero that wants to be in the front lines chasing down the enemies. So it's a wise ban from MVP HOT6, as well as you mentioned, is pretty popular in this scene. It is a best of one format though, so United We Stand certainly don't want to count them out this early on. They're going to take out Fun. Dying, of course, has been an absolute monster thus far in the patch, and probably is pretty smart ban from them. They're also going to remove the Night Stalker from the pool, but without having the silence there, they're going to open it up for a lot of magic damage early for HOT6.
Yeah, it's probably one of the scariest combinations to go up against, Lina and the Lion. Of course, it's nice that at least against the Lion you can just get the BKB and feel safe, whereas if Lina just has core priorities in farm, there's going to be an Aghanim Scepter almost guaranteed somewhere along the way, and if it's a level 16 ultimate, 950 pure damage in the face.
Yeah, and really no big nerfs to speak of when it comes to Lina. She got the small range nerf on Aghanims, no longer adds the range, but still, with the Lion being able to initiate with 2 hard disables in the Hex and the Impale, she should be able to get within range to close the distance for that Laguna Blade more often than not. Little bit of positioning defensively coming out for this Queen of Pain here up against this disable. Vengeful Spirit going to be picked up early here, and that's going to certainly allow her to probably survive more often than not up against at least a Lina Lion, but add maybe one more disable to that, and still a little bit worrisome for this Queen of Pain here. Picking her up this early is a little bit scary for UWS, I want to say. If they have to end up putting her in a lane other than the mid lane, that kind of spells pretty weak early on for them, unless they pair her up with something like an Undying, which is, of course, removed by the pool by themselves, so...
Yeah, I mean, if this Queen of Pain now is going to be forced into an extremely early BKB, I'm just afraid of like how the game will go in general.
Yeah.
Because almost every single time I see a Queen of Pain being forced to go for a BKB first, it like never works out for the team.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a catch-22 already with the Lina coming out here. Does have that BKB piercing ultimate if she's going to be in a core role, able to get up an Aghanims here. So yeah, as you mentioned, it's certainly going to put a little bit of a hindrance on the amount of damage that this Queen of Pain's allowed to do. And it will start to dwindle in duration as well. In the late game, she'll probably fall off pretty heavily if she ends up going for that first. So if that is the case, she will have to snowball pretty damn hard, and there are some squishies on HOT6, so if they're able to cover her initiation, she should be able to get some work done.
Most certainly so, but next set of bans, Zeus and the Storm Spirit to be taken out by United We Stand. Of course, Zeus would have been just even more magic damage, although I'm not too sure if I would have liked like an excess amount of it, but as long as the 2 others would have been physical damage, probably would have evened itself out. Maybe get like a Witch Doctor as a secondary support if the Lina is indeed gonna be in the core role. Just get the Death Ward for some physical.
Yeah, the physical damage is certainly nice. A little bit of sustain is there as well, but Zeus mid lane against Queen of Pain does do pretty well once he gets up a couple levels in that Lightning Bolt. Queen of Pain, notoriously pretty squishy early on. Zeus not too worried about the Shadow Strike if he keeps a couple of mangoes on him. So, yeah, Zeus, I like the matchup there against the Queen of Pain, and maybe that's what UWS are trying to remove from the pool. But it does leave MVP HOT6 to gain quite an advantage in the other lanes if they're going to center all their bans around this mid lane with the Storm and the Zeus.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit scary from United we stand to just maybe focus that hard on the mid lane, and maybe of course they have like practice experience up against MVP, I'm not too sure, I haven't seen them in 6.84 yet. So it may be just something that they're running with Elena support. For example, yesterday when I was casting European Dota, basically unknown, ran 2 out of 3 games Elena support, and they wrecked face with that one as well. Just because Lina as a support, Lightstrike Array and Dragon Slave, a pretty good combination in just clearing up jungle stacks for extra farm.
Yeah, and so far in the patch, they haven't done anything too 6.84 oriented, I want to say. They picked up Disruptor a couple of times. They used up a Night Stalker who was popular late in 6.83 as well. But other than that, pretty standard pickups. They have gone for the Centaur here and there, but they're going to take that out themselves. They're going to take here what I think is easily one of the strongest heroes in the entire Dota 2 pool at this point with the Beastmaster. And that early BKB from Queen of Pain, if it does come out, is going to do little to nothing up against the Roar.
Yeah, it really looks like a fairly well-balanced draft so far from HOT6, but United to stand, it's not like they themselves have bad heroes or anything. They just have to probably find a way to get the laning in their favor, get an early advantage, and make it so that the amount of lockdown and burst that MVP can have is not going to come online before United to stand already feel comfortable in the game. But whoa, we are going to have a sniper, a hero I thought is probably going to be completely forgotten with this patch, but
yeah. He's not necessarily as bad as people think he is. He's certainly a weaker laner, but if he has some space creation in front of him, still does a lot of work. The nerf to the Scotty for ranged heroes was a little bit of a hit to him, of course. The movement speed with the Mask of Madness as well, but Silver Edge not bad on the sniper, as Shadowblade was pretty good there before, but there's nothing really great in terms of passives to cancel. Only the Wild Axe is so far, or sorry, the Inner Beast so far from the Beastmaster. So yeah, with all the initiation available in the Lion and the Beastmaster, Sniper does seem like an odd pickup here, but we'll see if he's able to. I mean, he may have to build Maelstrom. I feel like Necrobook is really the build after Blink for Beastmaster here. There's so much benefit from having a Blink.
Indeed, so we'll see, man. Just Blinks all around is what you want to go for if you're up against a Sniper. Just a way to get close to him is the best way to deal with him as well. And if there's like a Lion getting close to a Sniper, the chances of his survival suddenly get really close to 0. And the thing is, even if they do go for BKBs like anybody on United stand, just not only the Prime Roar stops it, or stops them through BKB, it's also going to be just Blink, Lion, Hex, which in most cases is just going to be too fast for the hero to, or the player even react.
Yeah, so this is something MVP Phoenix has been going for a lot before and after patch, and more often than not, it has been the Slark for them in the 1 role. He's pretty damn elusive hero. Not bad up against the Sniper. He can jump right in on his face using that Silver Edge or even a Blink Dagger. Although the Blink Dagger I feel like a little bit weaker more recently on this Slark. He's still pretty damn elusive. No real changes to Slark at all in the patch, but I feel like the items certainly make him better, especially in the late where I feel like he may have fallen off a little bit prior to the consumables being available. There will be a direct counter to him, though, in the Axe being picked up for UWS. They just don't have too much to dump on this Slark if he gets called under Shadow Dance. So they do have the Sonic Wave there and a couple of Shrapnels, but I don't know they have enough AoE burst to bring him down if he's able to get his ult off.
It really depends on the amount of items he has at that point. Earlier on, just if you get the Berserker's Call, then getting that Sonic Wave to follow is probably going to be enough to get that kill there as well. But United we stand, for them, is this like the triple core lineup you already see from this, or is it going to be an Axe in the 4th position, maybe just jungling from the start?
I would say that you're probably going to see a tricore from them here. The Sniper safe lane, Queen of Pain, Axe over in the off lane. There's so much punishment coming out from MVP HOT6 in the lanes if they have to put only one support behind this Sniper. So I feel like that would be a very poor decision from them. They could certainly go aggro with a Slark, a Lion, Lina, even the Beastmaster not too bad in those situations. The Boar Slow is just incredibly good, especially with the buffs to his attack animation. So Boar looks really good early on for the Beastmaster to fight. A little bit of physical damage. Sniper very squishy, and with the Venge having short range on pretty much all her abilities and her attack, they are going to need someone with at least some zoning capability if HOT6 opts to go for this aggressive try.
Well, zoning, maybe they're gonna just have it for themselves on United We Stand, maybe not, but MVP HOT6 definitely looking scary, but to be honest, draft-wise, I wouldn't give like a clear advantage to them, although I like it maybe a little bit more. It's still just, I'm kind of hoping that United We Stand can show us that the sniper is still effective. That's the one thing I hope to see from them.
If there's one hero that can kind of give him the space he needs, it certainly is the Axe. But there's just so much initiation coming out from HOT6 that I don't know that he will be given that time. This is something that HOT6 have been running actually quite a bit lately. Is the Silencer. Disruptor was the pick I mentioned before that was removed, but MVP HOT6 actually up against MVP Phoenix rolled Heen on this Silencer to pretty good effect. And they won that series 2-0, so they're looking pretty good here.
Oh man, I got a little bit sidetracked. I was checking out if everything is fine on GoToTV1 and everything, and first of all, I saw HeflaTV in like a suit or something. That's a first, but second of all, the chat is going crazy. It's like, HeflaTV, shut the hell up, let Cyclops talk. That just made my day right now, early in the morning already.
Wrecked.
Oh,
definitely nice to see our boss being told Steffu in the chat.
But back to this draft, it's gonna be a Temper Assassin of all heroes, so it's gonna be the Axe in the 4th position, and to be honest,
so greedy.
It's greedy, but I think that is their way to win this game, by going greedy.
But why do you pick TA in that 4th position is my question. There's enough tick damage to deal with refraction through the dark pack.
It's mostly the Slark though.
Yeah, I mean, you have Silencer as well, right? You have the Curse of the Silent, so I don't know if I love that pickup. Of course, it's a little bit greedy from HOT6 as well with the Lina and
would
the
you have preferred maybe like a Shadow Fiend, or what do you think would have been better, considering that they wanted to run the Access to 4th position? So what kind of mid laner would have fit maybe better to this?
Yeah, I don't mind something like an SF. I honestly don't mind anything with defensive capabilities. Like even something like an OD. Of course, he's not as popular as he has been 3 or 4 patches ago, but he is kind of coming back into favor now. I think that's really nice up against the Primal Roar and the Hex from the Lion. So maybe that pickup would have been there for them. It's not bad against a Queen of Pain. Of course, it doesn't dominate a Queen of Pain, or it's not bad against Beastmaster, but I certainly think it's pretty good there for them. But yeah, TA, I don't know if that's really the hero that they really need to kind of put them over the edge here. It's a decently strong laner early on, but still certainly gankable. And with the Slark in the safe lane, maybe the TA finds some space. But either way, the lanes are far too weak, I think, to put a sniper over in the safe lane. We'll see if HOT6 opts for an aggressive try, but it looks like Sunbee or Young and Finch is going towards that offlane solo for the time being.
Yeah, so just gonna play it standard, of course. Going for an aggressive try lane is always a little bit of a risky thing to go for. And this being a rather short group stage, just best of 1 matches, only 3 teams to advance. So no chances taken by them, I suppose. But to just introduce the lineups here as well. On the dire side for United to stand, we are gonna have Lifeless playing the Axe with Didara on the Temporary Assassin. Revival to be the Vengeful Spirit with Matson on the Sniper, and the last one is gonna be Kepong on the Queen of Pain.
All right, on your Radiant side for MVP HOT6, Jarek's going to take towards the safe lane on his Lion. That's going to leave Forev on his signature Slark. MP is going to be playing on the Lina. That's Heen on the Silencer. And finally, this is going to be Sunbee or Young and Finch, which is a street intersection just by my house on the Beastmaster.
His name's so just for you, man. Just for you.
He must live down the street from me. Either way,
he just flew over to Malaysia yesterday. It's fine.
Kepong has a ward here. Not sure if he's looking to block this camp up. He's going to blink up towards this high ground. Maybe give himself some cliff vision. A little bit odd to have a ward on that position on this early on. There's really going to be no dedicated jungler coming out from MVP, so I wonder what the play is here.
I have no idea, just because usually it's something you see maybe out of like a Nature's Prophet, TP on the cliff straight out, place a ward or something, but seeing a Queen of Pain there, but of course, from like 0 to 100 odds, how likely is it that this Queen of Pain will be discovered?
Yeah, 10%. Say something in that range.
Well, that's pretty high.
I mean, when she walks back, right? Something, you know, through the trip.
But while she's on the cliff, I suppose. Yeah, probably like when she's exiting the jungle may get found out, but...
She does have that 1300 range blink at level 1, so, and the high ground ward over here, so she should be able to make it out pretty safely.
So just go... It was, or it feels at least like a pretty ballsy attempt of trying to get info on the enemy. Of course...
And she skilled blink at level 1, which makes her lane a little weaker as well, so...
Oh, that's true, but she's going to be in the offlane, so... At least I think she's going to be in the offlane here.
Yeah, with the TA pickup, yeah.
Okay, so... well, it being a live event and everything, already having some just PC issues, it just keeps on spiking, lagging up, and... It's standard stuff, to be honest. I was genuinely surprised that we even got the game like underway almost exactly on schedule, so I'm happy with that already.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely impressive for a LAN event to get underway as scheduled. Yeah, it's something we touched upon in the draft, though. Picking up the Queen of Pain that early allows her to get countered just enough that it forces her towards that off lane. And I really worry for Kipong being able to get up his farm up against this Lion-Lina combo. I feel like they can leave just one of these supports in lane and use the other to soak up some XP and farm in the jungle, and still the Queen of Pain is going to be zoned out pretty heavily. I mean, she's okay 1v1 versus a Slark, but you add either of these supports to that scenario, and the Queen of Pain is going to be really hard-pressed to find farm. She may find some XP, but farm is certainly not going to be easily attainable for this Queen of Pain.
Most certainly not, and you already just pointed that out earlier as well. Having to go for Blink early, I mean, it's probably what you might go for anyway as an offlaner, but... The point that you made that one support will just be plenty to try to zone out, or will not try but zone out the Queen of Pain completely. If she had like at least a Shadow Strike, it may be a little bit different, but...
She could at least trade in that sense. The interesting thing is that right now Lifeless is at this rune bottom. He does have kind of jungle items at this point, 2 sets of tangos and the salve, but he can certainly go towards an aggressive or off-lane dual lane for UWS, and that would make them at least contenders.
So support Queen of Pain?
I mean, yeah, you kind of give the farm to whoever is able to get it in that case. They're both fairly strong laners as long as they're in that dual lane here. So I could see it working decently for UWS, but yeah, it certainly does raise the question of how you distribute the farm.
I mean, it's something I've seen before, a Queen of Pain support, but I'm not too sure how it would work out for them. But they have quite a bit of late game even without the Queen of Pain getting farm, and maybe she can like farm up a hand of Midas if he is in the support role and just kind of transition anyway.
It certainly seems like United We Stand are going to be a force to be reckoned with in the late game, and it seems like they may even be able to overtake MVP if it gets to that stage of the game. But of course, this pickoff potential is just so real for MVP Phoenix that I feel like either they're going to throw early or win early. And I don't know that UWS can make it to that stage. So we'll see somewhere around that 15-minute mark with the blink on the Beastmaster, maybe a 17-20 minute blink on the Lion. A lot of aggression probably queued up. They have the global silence to cover. Look for early boots of travel to come out for Young and Finch or for Sunby here, and probably make a lot happen. I mean, if you get early boots of travel, blink Necro 3 on a Beastmaster, you can solo kill anyone on this map, maybe aside from the TA under Primal Roar.
What's even the like build you most like on the Beastmaster?
I usually opt for Treads, Blink, Necro, and then Ags if possible, and Boots of Travel. Usually Boots of Travel before the Aghanim. Some people like to rush Brown Boots into the Boots of Travel, and I could certainly see that being warranted here with the Sniper. He could pick off the Sniper easily. Under the Primal Roar, I mean, you do have single target stun, which at level 1 is 3 seconds, and that's more than enough to get off the mana burn from the blue Necrobook, and the red Necrobook mana burns per hit, and his base attack time is 0.75. So you get a crazy amount of damage done with a Necro 3 against a solo target. And with the Boar Slow, I don't think any of these heroes are making it away from the Beastmaster if they're caught out alone. So Boots of Travel early could certainly be nice if he has Necro on top of it.
Yeah, I would also just rather like it. To be honest, even in 6.83 when I think it was fucking mad starting to play the Beastmaster, or maybe it was Soxka in the offlane for them.
Yeah.
But it was like always brown boots into like Boots of Travels into Blink.
Yeah.
Just a really, really high mobility build.
Yeah, Fatah seems to favor that as well. He usually comes out of the mid lane, but certainly, I mean, the Blink is definitely core. Boots of Travel certainly come out at some point. It's just a question of when. But yeah, the early aggression, especially with a global silence to cover, is really appealing here for MVP HOT6.
So, predictions on how long we're gonna be paused. I'm gonna say it's exactly 5 a.m. for me. It's for SGT it is. Well, it's 6 a.m. for me rather, but it's 5 a.m. CEST, which means it's 13 SGT. I'm gonna say we're gonna be paused until 13:10 SGT.
Yeah.
So
I'll give it 7. Let's go optimistic. I'll give it 7.
I mean, I would love to be optimistic, and to be honest, at the moment, if I'm wrong, of course, if I'm wrong in a way that it's gonna be less. I'm perfectly happy.
Good thing. Yeah, for sure.
It's like expect the worst. That way you will never be disappointed.
Honestly, that is a very, very intelligent philosophy, good sir. If you live the rest of your life expecting the worst, you can never be disappointed, right? So
it's probably a pretty bad way to live, though. Like, everything's going bad. Like I can't leave my house. Pianos will fall on me. I don't know.
The rain will be acid tomorrow. But either way, yeah, no, but you can always be pleasantly surprised in that sense, I guess. We could always look at
you living in Canada. You have ice rain there somewhere, right?
We had hail. I'm gonna say like a week ago. Not even kidding.
No, but I mean like legit ice rain when it's like normal rain. But when it touches things that are below 0, it freezes.
Yeah, we've had that. We've had everything you can imagine, aside from basically hurricanes. Like that's the one. I
saw like a documentary about it, and I was like, "How the hell is this a thing? A whole city is like frozen over. You go out,
yeah, we have literally days where, everything is canceled because of ice. Like there's actually no snow on the ground or anything, but people will just die if they leave their houses. So
is that the thing that you get in your own region as well? Or?
Yeah, we had an ice storm last year that actually a bunch of trees fell down because of the weight of the ice on the branches. So yeah, it was pretty disastrous. Like a lot of power lines were cut out and stuff, but it's summer now, so things are good. Today was like today actually broke records. Not yet.
So how warm is it there? Because
yeah, right now it's about today was about 25 Celsius. So
oh wow, that is quite a bit for May at least.
Yeah, yeah. Today was like record breaking, so it was nice after a harsh winter. But
okay then, so looks like he's actually
Canada's looking pretty good, isn't it?
I mean, Canada in general seems like a decent,
things are kind of
expensive
expensive. To live. For sure, but things are kind of expensive.
The internet could be better though, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Tell me about it. For sure. That's why you got you on the camera right now. I guess we could jump back into Dota or something. We could look at some effigies.
Oh yeah, effigies, man. I've already shown most of the items. Nobody really has anything exotic. Be my Shaggy Bark.
It looks like he's playing the guitar, right?
Yeah, it does.
Is that a taunt or something? Must be a taunt.
I have no idea, man. I have no idea what taunts look like.
What is QWER, QWER? What is he invoking? What's QWE? I'm not an invoker player. I gotta say it's Deafening Blast, right? QWE, Quaswex Exart? It's gotta be Deafening Blast. I believe so. But either way.
Yeah, probably, but...
Lion looking pretty cute, doing some mana draining.
Okay, got to find the lion. Okay.
He's on the Radiant side.
Yes. So we were missing one effigy, right? There are only 4 on MF's side. Somebody's a slacker, so we have Heen, Chirax, Forev, as well as MP with effigies and...
So the newbie.
Zombie. Please!
Yeah, Sunby, nothing there for him, unfortunately. But Mental Protector, I don't know why he shortened his name. I kind of liked his name. But he's now just MP.
It's the Korean way, man. Keeping it
Maybe
short and precise.
Maybe someone told him that Mental Protector wasn't exactly the most clear translation of what he was getting at. But yeah, maybe something like Mind Protector would have been a little bit
yeah, it's
more appropriate. Forev looks decent.
To be honest, Mental Protector sounds much better than Mind Protector to me, to be honest, as a name.
Yeah, I think Protector is the word that's kind of out of place more than anything.
So just mental?
Definitely.
Cool, it's just mental. New name.
If I was playing, it would just be mental.
You don't need to be playing to be mental.
It's a DAC item. It is the gold barb. Forev has this gold barb up. Oh yeah, that's cute. It's good looking. Scotty, a little bit nerfed in the recent patch. Some things people don't notice exactly. I mean, you do wonder why things are changed up in shops, like having the ultimate orb now in the secret dot shop. It's actually a nerf to the Scotty, which was very good on a lot of heroes. And you would think, oh, it takes a couple of seconds, you fly the courier over, but you know, you leave yourself open to courier snipes. You can't jump towards that side shop and grab an ultimate orb when you're getting ganked up for a little bit of survivability. So it is decently significant, and it's something that, you know, people complain about, just be like, this seems like such an arbitrary thing to change, like Ice Frog, please. But it is a nerf to Scotty, if you ask me, indirectly. And so picking that up is a little bit more difficult here for the Slark, but Forev should do just fine either way.
Yeah, I think that's probably not going to hinder his in-game performance, probably. But is Scotty still that core of a just item on the Slark, or have some of the new items taken priority?
Silver Edge certainly something to consider, no doubt. In this matchup, not exactly sure it's the biggest thing. It doesn't cancel much. It cancels, you know, the sniper's range, but you're already in his face at that point. So not the biggest thing to take away. I guess Vengeance Aura is decent to cancel, maybe even Side Blades. But yeah, none of these passives here too juicy looking. Of course,
if you cancel the Vengeance Aura and kill him while the cancelling is still effective, do you still get the negative debuff?
Now you are thinking. 5 in the morning, Couchor already thinking. That is a great question, and certainly something that needs testing.
Nobody knows, probably, man.
I would kind of lean towards yes, you still get the debuff, just because it's like a death effect, you know.
Yeah, probably.
But it's certainly possible that that's not the case, being disabled.
To be honest, of course, by that point, if you already get the Silver Edge, I guess the counter helix doesn't matter as much anymore to you. You're probably just going to be able to shrug it off. If you somehow manage to get it early, though, just suddenly fighting against Axe would be so much easier as the Slark.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Slark doesn't really do too well with other Yasha items, or you could always opt for the S and Y disassemble. But yeah, it's... I mean, Manta is not particularly attractive for a Slark, so... Yeah, you'd probably see him go more standard on the Slark here. Forev has run this Slark in 6.84 already. I'm just going to take a quick look. I think it was up against Malaysia that he did. Yeah, he did up against Malaysia, and it was the one game that they did win. But I don't know that he built anything out of the ordinary in that game. Have to check it.
One thing I totally had in my mind and I forgot it and it bugged me, but now I remembered. Who is gonna build Lotus Orb this game for United We Stand? Because it feels like it's gonna be like the best item in the go for.
It looks pretty attractive up against Finger and Laguna Blade, that's for sure.
Primal Roar as well.
Yeah, Roar as well. So a lot of things to reflect here for their side. I mean, Axe is pretty nice with the Lotus Orb. Queen of Pain is actually decent with it. Queen of Pain is kind of relies on her ability to jump in and out of engagements like many other heroes with a blink, so having that Lotus Orb allows her to stick around a little bit longer. Of course, Axe is kind of a natural hero to have it though, with the build up being Perseverance and Plate Mail, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that build up pretty soon.
Okay, so we have a bit of an update as well on the situation. It is gonna be him just relogging now into Steam and into the game as well. Hopefully the game is not gonna reject him or anything, or if it is, it's probably just going to be a fast remake, and it's at least good that those issues just become apparent at the start. Plus, this being the first game, I think they're probably going to be playing at like mostly at the same PCs, or the same PCs are going to be used by like all the teams, so
right.
at least most of the issues should be like fixed within the first series, I think.
Mm-hmm. Certainly so, and your prediction seems to be right on, good sir. It's 10 minutes right now, so you got 60 seconds to be absolutely 100% correct. And we're looking on pace.
Man, I'm psychic, what can I say? Mental protector didn't protect
You
me.
are a mental protector yourself. But either way, yeah, no odd build-ups here. Actually, no. Are there no mangoes in the game right now?
I can't believe this.
There are
Blasphemy.
no This is blasphemy.
I mean, United will stand to went for sniper, so they can't go for new items, so that makes sense. But
yeah, I mean, I guess you have to go for the stout shield on Young and Finch having the sniper in your lane, but. Yeah, usually you see at least an offlaner pick up a mango or two. I mean, it's so good. Every game Necro is picked against me, 2 mangoes, Heartstopper is crap until level 3. Like, it's incredible. That item is so good. But, yeah, no one going to grab it up here. No one's super mana intensive early, at least aside from the supports. And supports that definitely don't need that regeneration as much, as they won't be in lane as frequently. So,
oh goddamn, 1 minute off now. Although he has reconnected.
This is very close. So it looks like we're gonna have an unpause here.
Yes.
And
so
hopefully we get some action underway. Try, everyone.
I'm holding my breath at the moment. Can't even talk. It's like, come on, work.
Dire side is scouting out the silencer currently up on the hill. It looks like MP's gonna jump into vision as well here briefly. So. They do know who is contesting this bot rune. Looks like Lifeless is going to go towards this off lane. Deep lane ward going to come out from Kapong, and they're going to look for that courier snipe early and often for UWS. And that's, I don't know if that's the biggest deal for the mid laner coming out from MVP, but it certainly is a nice advantage to secure. Top bounty rune going to go for the TA. Bottom one goes to MP's Lina.
The thing is, oh, never mind. The courier is already coming with just tangos for MP, and well. It might be pretty damn bad for him to get those.
Blink on cooldown.
Oh, where did you go, Queen of Pain? Of course, Queen of Pain herself didn't expect the courier to come this early.
Yeah.
But may still catch it when it's coming back.
Definitely will. Walking through the trees now, and it is a sad,
awesome,
sad moment. Yeah.
Don't kill it. It's too awesome. Too awesome to kill.
Courier. Easy early gold going the Queen of Pain's way, and looks like she'll retreat over to that dual off lane that we mentioned earlier. Or just back up to her key spot on the cliff. This is incredible. Pro Dota right here. MPGL Season 7 LAN Finals. And when it's a best of one format, I guess you pull out all the tricks.
It's kind of neat, and I really like what he's doing as well. Although, of course, now being this low on mana, if somebody just figures you out, it may be a little bit troublesome for you to escape. But it does leave now Axe on the bottom lane just struggling by himself. He went for that early point into the Glaives of Wisdom, getting a little bit of pure damage for the harass. But Kepong, man, those strategies.
Crap. Didara needs a second in the mid lane. Hopefully he is not facing too many issues.
It was probably just some like in-game setting that was wrong, I think.
Yeah. Some pretty efficient play thus far from Sunbee here. He's already stacked the Ancients once with that double bore. Had one in lane, one stacking, and does have some Hawk Vision available to him as well. So feeling pretty safe.
Axe might go down here. Pounce was lasting for a little while, and with the last 13, claims the first blood. Almost missed it, but it's fine. And of course, not only does he get the first blood, also gets 2 intelligence stolen. And Axe, not known for his massive mana pool.
Yeah, certainly so, and already you see the potency of the support duo here. Only the one needed in lane, as we mentioned, up against a solo laner. Lifeless, feeling a little tanky early on, but he's going to get brought down, and the board going to do some stacking in the face of
the
Queen
of Pain, man. Thank you for the free farm, guys.
It is some ranged creeps, though, in the trolls, so she does need to be a bit worried here. Only has the blink.
Was it a tactical stack? Because they definitely knew somebody has been farming it, and MVP themselves didn't do it, so... Knowing also the Queen of Pain killed the courier, it's probably them knowing, and Queen of Pain is getting wrecked by the troll.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of work right now. She's going to have to blink down really low HP. They're not rotating anyone over, though, quite yet. And she is up postured behind this tier 1 in the mid lane. There's not going to be any TP coming to her anytime soon. So no tangos, no regeneration. Has a TP in the stash, but Don't feel like she can really get it over to herself. Didara has a haste, but it's expiring now. Can't walk that over the Queen of Pain. She'll blink to the north and try to escape through the top side near the Ancients. She should be able to do so. Is she going to deny herself to Agents? She does.
Of course, did spend up most of his gold before dying there as well, so not that big of a deal. Did lose 29 gold though. Not as efficient as you can be, but nothing is
Gives
that
away
cheap.
her position as well. And not even level 2 yet on the Queen of Pain. Kopang needs to be a little bit worried. He's going to jump towards the bot lane, but doesn't even have a Shadow Strike yet. So Heen should know that. And can probably look to trade blows with the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, pretty nice base attack damage, but with the Glaives being there, last word as well, going to be popped right away from that blink. And Kapong is going to make it out for the time being. Elsewhere, mid lane, MP doing a great job. 13-6 up against the 8-5 of Didara's Templar Assassin. Already 2 levels in that refraction, 3rd incoming as well. But not doing too well up against this Lina.
Yeah, I was really expecting it to be better. Oh, Life Flash now. There's the Curse of the Silent. He gets pounced as well. Although might survive, last word didn't do quite enough here. Only level 1 as well. It is Curse of the Silent he is maxing. Is that the correct choice? I suppose Axe doesn't have too many abilities to cast at all times, but I don't know. Not too sure about that one. Maybe if it's like crushing Aghanims or...
It's not a bad spell in general versus the Sniper. If he pops off his shrapnels early on in the engagement, it doesn't really have much to cancel it. So it's pretty squishy early on. I don't know if that's the right build either. Maybe in a core role when you look to rush the Aghanims, but yeah, last word generally considered a little bit stronger early on, especially out of the support role. Either way, looks like the choice coming out for Heen, and they should be just fine with it. They're pretty much winning all their lanes right now. Even the Beastmaster doing admirably for himself with the double bore available to him in lane. He's picked up to about 10 CS at this point.
Yeah, he's doing actually better than I thought he will, but then again, it's only Vengeful Spirit having slightly bad range there as well. And Sniper early on doesn't have the massive range to just help out the Vengeful Spirit while he's trying to zone out the Beastmaster there as well. So Beastmaster definitely having a good time in level 5.5, and although more farm is always gonna be better, as Queen of Pain got herself killed into Roshan now, what is her mission?
Just to blink around the map and confuse MVP.
Though, they get the Hex on the TA, but TA is level 6, whereas MP is not on the Lina yet.
Dragon Slave missed there? Yeah.
Did she want to finish up a couple of creeps to hit level 6 or something with the
Yeah,
Dragon
perhaps. That may have been the play. She wouldn't have had enough mana for Laguna Blade either way though, so a little bit odd that she doesn't hit that. Refraction was down at the time, but don't feel like they kill off Didara there, but they certainly maybe force her back. She is going to be able to crow though with half her HP still available to her.
Well, at least the positive in this game so far is the Sniper is the #1 farmer in the game. Is 7 lasts ahead of the Slark, so doing a fairly good job, of course, kind of to be expected as well. You are mostly having free farm. Of course, some of those last hits may be the Boars or the Hawks, but even those give a pretty reasonable amount of gold, especially the Boars if they're on higher levels.
Yeah, definitely so, and we are going to see Sunby pick up that level 6 here, though, so Primal Roar is available. 1 TP in or rotation over. Jarak's going to smoke up behind this Beastmaster. They could kill off this Sniper fairly easily if they get the Boar stun onto him. They could probably go for the Venge as well, as she does, of course, have that Magic Missiles, which is the only thing to stop them. Rotation's over from MP as well. He's got a Haste Rune. Is he going to opt to join his comrades top lane? Doesn't look like that's the choice just yet. Going to continue to farm up the mid, as the wave has pushed in a little deep onto this tier 1.
Oh, there is a... Is there a sentry somewhere? The dire one? Oh yeah, it is. For a second I was like, where the hell is the mid lane sentry? But they got rid of the Radiant one, so it's a little bit easier now to be the Temper Assassin or top lane. They go in now, they get the stun. Sniper probably gonna lose his life hexed as well, and with the Wild Axis, that's the kill. Although Cherax loses his own life, but I think they're gonna get revival as well, possibly.
Yeah, the Boar going down there is actually going to mean he won't be able to bring down the Venge. He's going to catch a Shadow Strike and a Magic Missile. WJ going to survive for now. Just untimely time for that Boar to expire. But either way, they do bring down the Sniper, highest farmer in the game, as you mentioned. They lose 2, ends up being a 2-for-1 in UWS's favor. But when your offlane's able to bring down the opposing safe lane carry, it's almost always a good trade for MVP.
Yeah, and like Lion, so low level, doesn't really matter that he died. Of course, Queen of Pain did get a full level out of that, or more or less at least. So it's something going in the way of United we stand, just because they need this Queen of Pain to actually become active as well. Get at level 6 at the very least with the Sonic Wave. But Cherex has showed himself in the mid lane now. Looks like it's Lion's time to just get a little bit of farm. Maybe have Lina rotate into the jungle now. Just farm that one up. Or nope. To the top lane she goes. Has a haste rune still in the bottle.
Yeah, MP with the Laguna Blade at the ready as well. Couple of squishy targets up in this top lane. Even if they find Lifeless in the jungle, he's dead if they hit an LSA. Hawk Vision, though, is not going to give them too much information at this point. Didara maybe looking to find this 8-minute rune. Could get caught out. It's a bounty. He's going to get hexed up. LSA is available. Is going to land with the Impale. They're overlap it, but not going to matter. Laguna Blade is the nail in the coffin for that TA. And Didara farming very well. 34 CS is going to drop for the first time at level 8, which is a great kill for that duel. 840 experience going MVP's way for that one.
Yeah, it's already apparent that you are going to need PKB somewhere along the line in this game. At least if you're United with stand. If we look at the Axe though, since he was on the offlane or he tried to be in the offlane for so long. Oh, never mind. There's the Earthspike onto the top lane sniper. Once again in some trouble. They have the Primal Roar. They are going to use it. And with the Wild Axes and one more punch, they do get the kill. And the Global Silence will stops the counter initiation for now. Although Lion already dead and probably Beastmaster going to be removed as well. Vengeful Spirit, yeah, should be able to catch up. Although TP out. Oh no. The Boar slow onto revival is too strong.
Yeah, that boar is just amazing with the buff to the attack animation. The slow is so good, and it pierces BKB. Unfortunately, Lifeless and WJ splitting their focus there, aren't able to get the call off through the tree line. Smart play from the Beastmaster. He's even going to back off his boar here. The Wave of Terror won't even kill it off. So just playing mind games right now. Hawk going to fly through the river. Look to see if anyone's up in the jungle. It looks like only the solo Kipong in the offlane right now. Forev gonna go for it. He catches the pounce. He's gonna force Kipong back and out of lane, and the Queen of Pain still hard pressed to find levels here. Forev gonna be just fine 1v1 in this lane, and maybe Heen joins him soon, although the global was just used.
So what I wanted to just talk about before the top lane action happened is that Lifeless, since he tried to be in the offlane for so long on the Axe and it didn't really work out that well, he really doesn't have any farm considering it's 10 minutes in. He has just now gone into the jungle to get a little bit going for himself, but I really would have just liked the pure 4-position jungle Axe and just a straight out Queen of Pain offlane here.
Primal Roar available again top lane, and the Wild Axe is coming through the tree line. There's the Primal Roar. LSA, Dragon Slave, nail in the coffin. Third time in about as many minutes. The sniper goes down. Once again, we may see Sunbee feed his life over, but they aren't able to get WJ in range. No magic missile there as well. LSA Laguna Blade brings down the TA. What WJ getting very low to the axis. Lifeless will get a call off. He does have the decapitate, but the LSA keeping him at bay. And the Beastmaster going to be able to make it back. Another Dragon Slave there to finish off. And Mental Protector going absolutely ham. Triple kill going Alina's way in top lane. And the rotations from United We Stand are just going to be in vain as they all die and no one is farming elsewhere on the map.
She was just using the range advantage there so nicely. Just staying at max range, hitting away with the Fire Soul buff there as well for him, getting rid of the refraction, then using the Light Striker, Dragon Slave and Laguna Blade combination and the just Temporary Assassin. Of course, the double board definitely helped out as well in removing the refraction charges. But all in all, really extreme plays coming out from him. And with this, there's a Necro level 1, 11 minutes in. That's a timing what I saw yesterday from basically Unknown, and by like 16 minutes in, or well, he had like a Necro level 3 14 minutes in, and by 16 or 18 minutes in the enemy tapped out. So I don't know that we've ever seen Primal Roar sitting off of cooldown in this matchup. They made such good use of it early on. We mentioned how well the Beastmaster did in that off lane. With Vengeful Spirit being the solo support, there's really nothing you can do to zone out an off laner. I mean, you have the sniper to do it, but he needs to find his last hits, so he can't focus all of his time doing that. And Sunbee able to get up his levels way too early. Primal Roar now off cooldown again. They're going to look to push this tower and force some reactions out of UWS. The Hawk going to try and provide them some info. They know that there aren't too many people present up in this dire jungle. He's going to catch WJ briefly. The Wave of Terror going to scout him out. Maybe he looks to go kill this and is able to do so with the magic missile, but either way, the Radiant side are pretty well aware that this top lane is vacant. Well, it's just MVP. They just don't have anything to kill on this top lane anymore because UWS, United We Stand, they have been forced to play just so damn passively because MVP, their aggression has been top notch here. But Temporary Assassin still has a solid amount of farm, as well, about the same as the Beastmaster, which really shouldn't be the case, but even then it's not quite disastrous yet. And United we stand, we already discussed it really early on when we were post probably. The late game is probably stronger for the Dire side. The thing is, can they properly get into the late game?
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case quite yet. Some more cliff jungling from Kapong here. Definitely no one going to find her there unless they see these creeps losing HP. But the Hawk is going to scout out Didara, and this is a dead Templar Assassin. They're going to try and break the refraction. They will be able to do so. They're holding on to Laguna Blade. It's going to be dropped onto the Queen of Pain. WJ going to come into his own death, presumably here. Eul Scepter keeps MP safe for the time being. Taunt will be there onto the Beastmaster. Finger of Death finishes off the Venge, but she will be able to bring down the Lina in the meantime. Lifeless takes a big chunk of damage coming out from killing off that Necro unit as well as the Last Word almost simultaneously. And he's brought down as well. Overall 5 for 2 going MVP Phoenix's way, and Farev on the Slark still up with his ultimate ready.
So if you look at the fight recap, you can see that pretty much all the XP was taken by the Axe there. 2000 XP gained for him, so at least Axe will be happy. And he's getting somewhat close to the Blink Dagger now as well. Might even get it before like the 17-minute mark, although Revival in some trouble if the pounce lands from Forever. Although then again, Forever himself may have to try to escape. Although he gets... Oh, what a swap. Shadow Dance though, still trying to get away. Queen of Pain gets Earth Spiked in the meantime. Can't go for the Sonic Wave, finally does. But just a little bit too late and can't secure a kill.
Didar gonna get thrown up in the air as well into the LSA, and this Templar Assassin dropped for the 4th time now with that Laguna Blade bringing her down. The Assassin ain't gonna fly through, just gonna tickle the Radiant, and they're able to get their Slark out. Nice play coming in from MP there. Jerax was able to stop up the Queen of Pain in that animation on the ultimate, and she only hits a 1 hero Sonic Wave, and with your Queen of Pain in a support role, you really need bigger Sonic Waves to come out, else she's not that useful, only with 2 levels in the Scream of Pain.
Yeah, and now we're gonna have a Blink Dagger really soon on the line coming out as well, and that's, well, I wouldn't say a nail in the coffin quite yet, but it's just gonna make the life even harder, especially should the Lina get the Aghanim Scepter as well. Already has the first component of it finished up.
Yeah.
And, well, for a second I thought MP might be running into Roche, and they don't have the best Roshan lineup. It's not the worst either. They have like the Slark to tank it up and then get the health back, and, well, in the meantime, Primal Roar gets Kepong. Poor Queen of Pain stunned up. Dragon Slave to get the kill. Necro was activated, but they can easily just go and transition it into a push.
Yep.
But the thing is, Forever, Glimmer Cape.
Yeah, I was looking at that as well. A little bit odd. I mean, it does kind of, if they don't have detection and they aren't expecting it, it does allow you to regen under the Shadow Dance, which is certainly nice.
Cheap man's Shadow Blade?
Yeah, I would have on a Slark. I mean, this is kind of
the Glimmer Cape the, like,
yeah.
budget version of it? Although, I wouldn't think that Forever needs to go for budget items, to be honest.
No, he has the Midas as well, so it is definitely an odd choice. Maybe just something he's looking to try out with the lead that they have at this point. They are going to look to the mounted defense top, though, and Matson and WJ going to get the hell out. Not even going to be able to bring down this tier 1 here. It's just outside of deny range, though, fortunately for the Dire. They haven't brought down a single tower yet. 4 of theirs remain on the sidelines, so yeah, UWS, things looking pretty scary for them. Look at the net worth lead at this point for MVP Phoenix.
I'm just still so baffled by the Glimmer Cape.
Yeah.
It's not even the best game for it.
No, it's very odd.
I mean, if United We Stand had a Glimmer Cape, it would make perfect sense.
Great item.
But I don't know, it has no like upgrade path, and if you're like a 1 position carry, it's a little bit awkward for you. Plus, the mana cost of it is massive. There's
such few magic damage from UWS. It's just odd. It just seems like something he wants to try out. Eul Scepter mid lane, LSA gonna follow. Impale is there. It's gonna be a little bit early, but the Finger of Death will be more than enough to bring down that Queen of Pain. Lina gonna pick up the last hit for MP, or I should say Templar Assassin. Lina gonna pick up the last hit there, and will they transition this into a push? They're gonna have to wait for the wave a little bit here.
You know what I just figured out? That the Silencer only has 10 intelligence stolen, and that is just because probably the kills happen too fast with like Finger of Death and Laguna Blade all the time. They have to wait a little bit longer for the Silencer to be able to get into range before they kill people.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean,
first world problems.
not the biggest deal, I guess, for this Radiant side. First world problems when you buy a Glimmer Cape on your Slark. I guess you're super ahead. Taunt, though, going to come forward onto MP. They're going to try and drag him back, but the Primal Roar is there, as well as the Global. The Dragon Slave flies through. The Impale is there as well. Yule Scepter up onto the Sniper. The LSA down onto Matson, and the Laguna Blade bringing him down. Everyone from UWS turning and running tail. Refraction down onto the TA. The Sonic Wave will come out onto 2. It's going to back them off for the time being. Scream of Pain comes through as well. Heen just going to man up, though. Glimmer Cape there from Forev to keep him alive, and Queen of Pain goes down as well. 4 for 1 for the Radiant side, and now Tier 3 being aggressed upon by the Radiant 18 minutes into the game.
So will they actually lose Rex here as well, or are this just respawn times short enough? Although with the speed of Necrobox helping out a little bit, Inner Beast there as well, level 3, they may even get Rex.
Yeah, they need to go for the ranged here. It's the right decision to be making, and they are doing so with the Necros now down. Siege creep there as well, but was attacking the small building. Forev's actually going to miss his pounce. He's going to die here for this. He is able to get his ultimate off, though, and regen up quite a little bit with the Glimmer Cape there. His pounce is going to be soaked up, though, by Deodara, and they should be able to get off this Culling Blade, I should say, and they are able to do so. So Forev does lose his life for it, but already a range Rax and a tier 3 down in the mid lane, and MP just absolutely going ham. 10-1 on this Lina. Has a point booster in addition to the Yules. In the jungle now, they are going to look to find an engagement. Primal Roar is going to come out onto Matson. Lifeless getting very low as well. He's going to be able to make it out to the east, but right clicks from the Necro units are there onto Matson. He does have the Mask Command and move speed, though. Will the mana burn be in range for the Sniper? It is, but he actually had no mana left, so Matson going to make it out for now. Dodges the axes as well. Mid lane, though, Deodara is being chased by MP, and they should be able to find this TA. Yule's up into the air. Lina gonna get him. Sniper goes down on the back lines as well. 40 seconds, both cores on the sideline. No buyback, TA or Sniper, and pretty much everyone alive for MVP.
So Slark now has disassembled the cape, and now it makes way more sense to me, at least. I just haven't played this game enough, or well, at all, to be honest, since 6.84, but it is gonna be the full Silver Age finished up for the Slark, so went for the big ticket item next. And now they just all of them pretty much have so much gold. Aghanim Scepter just got purchased by the Lina, another 2k on him or her already. Roshan gonna be going down, Aegis picked up on Forev's Slark. This game really feels like it's at the point of no return for United to stand, because they are falling way too far behind.
I still feel like you could have just gone straight Shadowblade, but either way. I mean, it is fairly cheap, right? Just only needing the hood on top of the Shadow Amulet. But if you spend that 550 gold into the hood, it could have been put easily towards that broadsword, so, or Claymore, I should say. So Forev, though, is going to get that Silver Edge off onto Deodara. They're going to drop the Global Silence as well. I don't know if he has enough burst damage, though, to solo up this TA. It was a little bit odd for him to go for that. He's going to be able to pact and pounce away, though. With the Psionic Trap hitting again, though, Assassinate is going to fly through it. Will force out the ultimate from this Slark. Meanwhile, the rest of his squad trying to push in this top lane, and it is going to be on UWS to mount a defense towards top. They have 4 TPs. Sniper the only one not carrying one at the time, so they should be okay to do so. Beastmaster, though, with an invisibility rune. Sunbee looking to find blood here. He's going to find 5 heroes, and that's a little bit too much for him to take. His invisibility is going to expire here. They're actually going to jump in. Will the Roar be popped? The taunt is there, and the Sonic Wave onto 2. And getting very low. Primal Roar is going to be panic popped, and they will bring down the Aegis as well as the Beastmaster. Swap back onto the TA, keeps Deodara alive for now as well. Last word's not going to be gotten off on the TA, and it's a free Aegis and a Beastmaster. They do lose their axe at the end of the day, but the axe does have buyback, so MVP do need to be careful about pushing high ground here, and they are going to opt for this tier 2 top lane, pinged out by Jerix.
That's what I like to call big ball syndrome from MVP there. They're like, yeah, we got this, guys, easy. We don't even need 5 heroes. 2 versus 5 is fine enough. Although, to be honest, I would have just been satisfied by breaking a 5-man smoke and not getting punished by it with an invis, but they really wanted something.
It was weird. Maybe they were scouting it, and then he realized, oh crap, my invisibility is about to pop. Jumping in mid lane, Jerix is going to find the impale onto Deodara, but he's standing on his high ground, and there's probably enough defense behind him in the minds of MVP Phoenix in order to keep him up. So they don't want to dive too deep, having lost their Aegis there, not having their Beastmaster with them. And they do give a little bit of time to UWS here to delay things out. But a couple more items coming out now. Gem on to the Silencer is going to mean that meld not going to keep the Queen or the Templar Assassin safe. And it looks like they'll encroach upon the Roche Pit. It is down, of course. So just going to look to continue to choke out the farm of UWS.
Just look at the graphs. It's like, okay, never mind. We had a pretty long pause as well, I suppose. Although the pause was at the really start of the game. So up until like 11 minutes or so, the network was almost dead even. And 10 minutes later, a 20,000 lead.
That Primal Roar, I just created 3-4 kills instantly every time it was off cooldown. And yeah, and the support Queen of Pain has been very underwhelming for Kapong here. Has picked up 2 pieces towards his Aghanims, but feels a little bit too little too late. This Queen of Pain is going to be able to cut the creep wave top and TP back for this base defense. Looks like the tier 1 should go down top lane for the Dire side. Lifeless going to TP back for the defense as well. And Matson going to look to do the same mid lane. A couple of Hawks here looking to scout things out. There is a sentry for the Dire side, so they should be able to see this Hawk. And they definitely will now.
Oh, will they be able to do anything? Oh, there's the Blink Berserker Skull. Catches 2 as well, but gets the 4 step out, so of course there's no spins or no additional lockdown. And the Luna Blade just demolishes them. Queen of Pain gets a Finger of Death in the face. Hindo might go down to the Sniper here, probably will. So that's one consolation kill, but it's only a support silencer. They don't care that much, I think, for him. Still has the Shadow Dance if need be. Gets the Pounce on to Madson with the Primal Roar to follow. And, well, 3 heroes down, none of them have buybacks.
MP godlike on the Lina has certainly looked it. Hasn't really made a misstep all game long. Has been really on point with his Euls as well as his LSAs. And yeah, the Lina seems to be kind of the linchpin for this lineup for MVP. They're looking very, very strong right now. And a little bit of overzealousness in that mid lane before, but not going to delay the inevitable too much here. They're going to go for this second lane of Rax. They'll be able to bring it down with ease. 20 seconds on the sideline for the Sniper still. No buyback available for him, and they can just walk right out after bringing this lane down.
So it's now Lina going for... Oh, the swap comes out. They may get the kill on the Lina. Yules wasn't used on herself, but gets a Laguna Blade before death at least. Lifeless gets pounced up as well. Cherax is still alive, and the lack of damage is real from United Withstand. Although MP might lose his life to the Battle Hunger, never mind, is tanky enough, and Battle Hunger is only level 2 after all. And another just almost full cleanup of United Withstand.
Yeah, the Sniper will get a double kill though when he comes up. Forev was brought down there. He may get a triple here on the Beastmaster. Triple kill going Matson's way, and he doesn't buy back there for that either. So that's kind of a nice consolation prize for UWS, although they will have their range bracks brought down by Cardi, which is unfortunate for them. But that does give the Sniper quite a bit there. Actually 5k experience for the Sniper and about 2,500 gold going his way there. Either way, 2 lanes of racks down, 25 minutes in. I don't think MVP is too concerned.
Yeah, probably not. It's just, like I said, 25 minutes in, so early still in the game. And Sniper World does have a BKB now, so he can feel a little bit
Eggs
safer,
is up though. Eggs is up for MP, so.
Oh, man.
VKB is going to do a lot of work versus the Lion and Lina's non-ultimate spells, but Primal Roar, Laguna Blade, more than enough duration to bring down this 1200 HP Sniper, especially if he's got that Mask of Madness popped.
Yeah, the thing is, like, otherwise it's like, go Rapier on the Sniper now, hope for the best, but you just get locked down and brought down anyway, probably. Now, especially now that there's a Bloodstone plus a Blink Dagger on Lina, Blink Dagger also on Beastmaster, and an Aghanim Scepter on Lion. Items galore.
Yeah, certainly so. It's looking pretty scary for UWS. Lifeless has hit some nice calls, but you mentioned it in the last engagement, there's just not enough follow-up coming out. This TA is super underfarmed for Didara. 07 and 6 on the TA. 1,800 gold in addition to just Treads Yasha Bottle. And now she's going to get aggressed upon once again. Forev, not scared of this TA, will be able to break all the refraction charges. He is going to catch the shrapnel, but the Primal Roar on the backlines is going to try to bring down Matson. The nice swap out from WJ, keeping him alive for now, but Didara is going to catch his death on the backlines. The Global Silence will be there as well. Glimmer Cape out onto the Beastmaster, looking to chase down the Sniper. They'll settle for the Vengeful for now. Jump forward from MP with the Laguna Blade, brings down the Sniper, and a pounce on a Hex up onto the Queen of Pain. Triple kill going the way of MP3 buybacks coming out for UWS, looking to make their last stand here. Rev getting a little low, looks to disengage, get some of its HP back. MP needs to be careful as well, and he's going to drop the LSA, anticipating perhaps a jump in from the TA, but no blink onto Didara, that's for sure at this point. And only with the silencer down, him being in the 5 position, maybe MVP look to go back in with 2 down from UWS.
Yeah, they can do so once the Laguna Blade comes off cooldown, I think. Just because you can blink eliminate one hero almost completely from the fight. What is
Roar
the
is up in
tankiest
10
hero?
seconds as well.
Is Axe the tankiest hero at the moment? Nope, he is not. So it's
Sniper
gonna be...
is tankier than the Axe right now. I mean, effectively, it's the TA, right, with the refraction and 1250 HP. But yeah, I mean, Sniper has his BKB on cooldown, and they're well aware of that. I mean, it is coming off cooldown now, but still, Roar and Laguna Blade available to the Radiant side, and Silencer maybe to join the fray here soon with a mech and his Ghost Scepter. They can certainly look to end this one.
Yeah, it's definitely within their grasp to really do whatever they want with this game. And I'm not too sure United will stand. What kind of a deficit are we looking at? Probably too big of a one at least. Yeah, 30,000 net worth, 25k XP. Although the positive is that if they win a fight, they get huge amounts of gold and XP from it.
But it was nerfed, right, in 6.8.4, so it's not quite the rubber band that we're used to seeing here in Dota 2. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice, but we already saw kind of the Sniper pick up a huge bounty off the last fight, and there's no hero that they could want more to have that, and still yet didn't look too scary in this engagement. Blink, Primal Roar, Laguna Blade, and he was more or less killed off. So yeah, Sniper, don't know if he has enough space to be able to dish out his kit, and they're just continuing to push in. Dire Observer Ward, we'll see most of the lineup though of MVP Phoenix, and they are going to be able to deward it now. Or MVP HOT6, I should say. Taunt is going to be there only onto 1, though. And the swap back. Primal Roar comes out as well. The LSA is going to hit onto 2. Lifeless and the Queen of Pain dropping Sniper down as well. There's 5 dead. UWS. GG call comes out. MVP methodically picking apart UWS. And United We Stand are going to fall in this first best of 1 MPGL Season 7 LAN Finals.
This was pretty much the fastest fight almost I've seen since... 2012 Thor Open finals between Fnatic and at the time no Tidehunter with the team, which became Alliance later on, of course. And it was Vacuum into a like 1500 Sven crit, getting like a quad kill with 1 hit or something like that. This was just as fast though, pretty much this fight. Just Laguna Blades, Primal Roars, Finger of Death. Great stuff coming in from MVP HOT6, so they take game number 1. A rather easy one for them in all honesty, but we will have lots more Dota to come on both this channel as well on HeflaTV 1 of course as well. The next game for us though will be Mineski versus Team Ice, and Team Ice, to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised by them in the last season of Join Dota League. Of course Mineski probably is going to be the crowd favorites if nothing else coming into this one. But Ice, I'm hoping for some good stuff from them, but the game should be starting, I'm not sure if they're actually going to start it in 45 minutes as it is scheduled. Or whether they're going to start it immediately, but we will keep you updated anyway. And of course, if you like the stream, you can always follow the casters for more at Couchor for me, at mrp_dota for my co-caster. And man, you need to get an easier Twitter handle.
Damn underscores.
Damn underscores. But guys, we're done now. Just playing some music until the next game starts, and we'll be sure to let you know when it starts.
Yeah, it should be a good matchup. Mineski versus Ice once again. GG, guys.